Hi Sagis, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Sagittarius Tarot and another daily oracle reading. Today we are the 21 November 2023. That's 21/11/2023. Now let us add all these numbers and reduce it to a double-digit number. What do we get? 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 equals 12. And 12 is a number that holds the energy of initiation because it is all about, it's a signal or an energy that really has both the components of the 1, which is like the new or the birth or starting something, and the 2, which is usually necessary because it takes 2 to tango, and so you need 2 as a partnership to create, right, the number 3, which is the byproduct or the baby or the project or whatever it is. So for that matter, 12 really is all about initiation. It is like having all the components to go ahead with something. And so this is like life is initiating you by telling you, come on, this is your first bal de débutant, or this is your first I don't know, TV show, or this is your first interview, or this is your first appearance on a job, or this is your first official day, let's say, holding a new position in a company, or this is your first I don't know, like official day part of a new family, or whatever it is, right? It is initiation. So this could be so many things. It can be really interpreted into so many things where we are initiated into new chapters of our lives. So that's a really great energy that the day holds already. Now, if we calculate 1 and 2, we get number 3, which is exactly the byproduct of 1 and 2. So we have 1, 2, 3. Very beautiful. 1, 2, 3 also means that we have a logic to how things will unfold. It will be consecutive. It will feel linear, and it will feel like really like one thing after another. So this is also telling me that today might hold, because it has like initiation and because it has the power of 1 and 2 at the same time, it might prove to be a day where it feels a bit overwhelming or hectic or has a lot of energy to deal with. And so that is why with the number 3 here, this is really telling us that we should really focus, like the key here with the 1, 2, 3 is to focus on one thing after another, one task after another. Be so focused in each moment of that, right? Be so mindful and present by finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, and then we'll look and we finished everything. Because if we take a look at everything, we might feel overwhelmed. All right. So back to number 3. Number 3 is like the Trinity. We also talked in previous daily readings about it showing like omniscience, and what else? It was not only omniscience, it was I forgot, but it was like we talked about so many meanings of the number 3. And so today, with all of this unfolding and with today's energy, this talks really about omnipresence as a theme. And what is omnipresence? Omnipresence meaning something or someone, right? An energy or whatever that we can find everywhere. So it could be like the air, like the water in the ocean, right? It's omnipresent. So many things, right? And so if you look around, like let's say you're in a huge forest, you'll feel that, like, let's say trees are omnipresent, or okay. And so this talks about something like an energy that is being present in like so many places, and it's everywhere. It's like expanding, and it's like appearing through everything and everyone, and really it feels like englobing, like no matter how you look or how you turn, you're either gonna hear it, smell it, feel it, etc. And this is really like very fitting with today's energy, because omnipresence talks about being at many places at the same time. So this reminds me of multitasking. And again, like I said, with the 1, 2, 3, in order to because at the end of the day, you're one with the universe, you're made from the same fabric, but you're not like a god, right? Like at the end of the day, you're like a soul incarnated in a human body. So as much as omnipresent is a concept that you can apply, it is still a concept. Like you cannot be really physically in so many places. And mentally as well, because sometimes like when we overload that brain system, the multitasking turns out to be counterproductive. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that there is this whole need and desire to want to be everywhere and to be doing everything, right? You want to be able to do all fronts. That's where the day is like pushing you, let's say, to have to take care of everything on the home front, to take care of decoration, to take care of your looks, to take care of work, to take care of like kids, to take care of family, to take care of passions. And you just want to also like be like, you know, satisfying all these little pots of energy while also acing each one of them remarkably, to realize omnipresence, as if I'm everywhere and I'm like doing a great job with it. Well, that's a recipe for burnout today. And I'm not here to tell you like today isn't about doing all these things. It is, but it is about doing them in a linear manner. So one thing at a time, 1, 2, 3, all right? Just every time you think you're gonna try to be like an octopus, right? Like tentacles everywhere and trying to be multitasking, like, I don't know, like answering the phone and texting at the same time and working and watching something and doing something else, right? This will, at some point, it'll feel heavy, it'll weigh on you. So once it feels that, do not get like sucked in by that emotion, because that's gonna be debilitating. Just realize it, take a step back, take a breath, right? 1 second, and then attack one thing at a time. You don't have to do the 5 things at the same time. You can do 1, finish it, 2, finish it, 3, 4, etc. Right? So that's a very beautiful energy for the day. I'm liking it already. Now, I'm going to be choosing for you your daily oracle card from the Power Animal deck. So let's see what power animal we shall get for the day to guide us. Oh, we get Raven. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Now we're gonna create some space, and here you go. So Raven, right? Magic, own your power. So already this card doesn't have a number, which gives us more emphasis on initiation, number 12, omnipresence, number 3, and the linear timeline of 1, 2, 3, the consecutive unfolding of events or actions. That's really beautiful. And also, I forgot to mention something regarding the numerology of the day, is like how to connect it all together. So basically, what this is telling me is that if you use the power, right, of the 3, which is omnipresence, but you apply it methodically, following the 1, 2, 3, like consecutively, one thing after another, right? That will be sort of like your initiation into accomplishing everything beautifully while feeling good about it. And so suddenly like something will be, this is your initiation, like suddenly will like click in your head and you'll be like, how did I not figure out this method before? So, and then you start applying it in the upcoming days in your daily routine. So this is talking about a new habit or new daily routine that you will discover. Whether this is about your time management, whether this is about how you organize your work or your calendars or your meetings or your phone calls, whether this is about your social life and how you get it organized, whether this is about like caring for the family's calendar and all of these things, whether this is about taking care of home, whether this is about taking care of like the financial aspect of a business, like paperwork and logistics, whatever it is, right? You're going to find today a system that works a lot better, that will be able to give you all, sort of like this, like the illusion as if you're omnipresent. Like people will be looking in awe, right? Like oh wow, like I cannot believe that this person was able to accomplish all that and still feel good about it, right? Like you're not going to be overwhelmed once you discover that recipe. And so that's your initiation into a new chapter of power, right? Just wanted to like mention that. Now let's go back to the card. Let's see. I already am feeling a lot of magic with this card. I'm already feeling a lot of power with this card. Now, let me pick for you first, before we dive deeper, one of the affirmations associated with this card. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Well, this is one that I already rewrote, right? I re-edited to convey a certain message for you. Now, repeat with me 3 times to invoke that energy. It says, daily occurrences of prior insights are subtle testimonies to the gifts I have. Daily occurrences of prior insights are subtle testimonies to the gifts I have. Daily occurrences of prior insights are subtle testimonies to the gifts I have. Very, very beautiful. Notice how coincidentally there's this like 1, 2, 3 daily occurrences of prior insights are subtle testimonies, right? So there's like a sequence, there's the logic to it. Beautiful, beautiful affirmation. Now let's talk about it more. So what is this really talking about? Okay, this is talking about like owning your power first and the magic behind this card. So mainly it says daily occurrences, which means occurrences are like events, right, that happen with you. They can be anything that's unfolding in the moment, right? Of prior insights, that mean you already, prior to that occurrence happening, you already had an insight that it's going to happen. So whether this is a deja vu, whether this is something you expect, whether this is a number that you're going to see and then you're going to figure out, whether it's a parking spot that you think is going to be empty and it turns out to be empty, whether this is figuring out like when something's gonna open or close, whether there's something, whatever it is, right? Like it's all these little daily things in our lives that feels like, so as much as they're random, because we had prior insight to them, they don't feel so random anymore. So we call them synchronicities or whatever you want to call them. And so these, right, daily occurrences of prior insights, these are just a little bit tiny part of your magic, of your daily magic. And this is why we said they are subtle testimonies to the gifts you have. And so what does that mean? That means like, these are proofs, right? This is the testimony. This is a proof that you have magic and that you have power. And this is the universe's way of showing you that even in the daily, this is like sort of like a continuous reminder with these subtle things that you have, you know, you're tapped in, you're connected, you're aligned, you figured it out, you're one with source, however you want to call it. You're feeling lucky, you're skipping a step, etc. And so that is really beautiful. These things, right, they're only testimonies. They're here as reminders because this is not the main call. This is what you call like a parlor trick, right? At the end of the day, like knowing if someone's gonna call you or feeling like, I'm gonna know what's gonna come next or I'm gonna figure out what's gonna happen, right? Things like that. These are amusing and they're very amazing. They play an amazing role because their role is to constantly remind you of your magic. Without them, you might start doubting yourself sometimes, right? So these are like constant reminders to know that you're in flow. Now, the thing is with this card, because it's saying own your power, is maybe lately you've just been, limiting yourself to just those tricks, right? Those things. Like you feel like you have a good intuition or a good sixth sense or good something, but as if you're playing small, right? You're making yourself small. I don't know why that is. So that could be many reasons, because this could be, you don't want the attention, you don't want to get noticed too much, you don't want to stand out, you don't want people to ask you more questions, or maybe you're shy, or maybe you don't believe in yourself as much, or I don't know, whatever the cause is, right? You've been lately really using if we're gonna say, let's say percentage, like 10%, right? Let's say, of, or 1% even, of your power or magic. And so this card here is telling you to own your power. And the raven is a symbol often associated with magic. Now, magic is a really like wide word. It can mean many things. Magic can mean love, the power to love, the power to be compassionate, the power to change, the power to believe, the power to do things, the power to foresee things. It can be like, really, it can hold so many meanings. Okay, now, let's see. Really, this card is telling you that you have incredible, incredible talents and you have a lot of power. And you have to really, like, you cannot keep on limiting yourself or wasting them by just enjoying these little synchronicities that we talk about, right? These are cute. They're gonna keep on reminding you every day. They have a role to play in your life to remind you of your power. But now it's time to claim your power and to own it and to use it. Now, how does that translate in everyday life? Because these are like big headlines, right? That we often hear. Own your power, claim your power. You know how it is. Well, how does that translate in like real life? And so owning your power isn't like, you know, in that movie where you just like stand at the edge of a, I don't know what it is, like a mountain or a fight ring, and you'll be like, Sparta! No. This is not about like intimidating others or flexing on them or thinking you're like a special snowflake that's unique and different than anyone else, like so you become like arrogant or look down on people, or no. This is not how you own your power. In real life, how you own your power is to put it into service. And what does that mean? It is put it into service of others, right? And these are the magical people, and this is power. So if you, let's say, if your magic is the love of compassion, you will use your compassion to make a change in the world. If your magic is the magic of love, you will use that love to make changes in the world. This could be small, right? Like on a small scale, I mean, like, so it could be loving your family or feeling compassionate towards your family or your friends, or being there for a friend that's going through a hard time or whatever it is, right? Or this could be even bigger and bigger and bigger, like when it comes to, you know, doing pro bono work or doing charity work or creating organization to love the ones who feel unloved, or to, or like, however, whatever it is. We all have so many skills, we all have so many gifts, and we all have so many beautiful like talents that we can use in the world, right? And put them in service of others. And that's how you create, that's how you own it. And that's very, very beautiful, right? Whether you're a lawyer, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a tarot reader, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a coach, whether you're a psychologist, there's always so many ways for you to give back and so many ways to put that power to spread good. So let's say if you're mega loaded and mega wealthy, that's your magic. Your magic is, you know, abundance and finances. So you can use that abundance, finances also. That's how you own your power to create magic in the world, and to, instead of, you know, holding on to the money like the Four of Pentacles and, you know, it's just as a security blanket and being scared to, you know, share and open up and create change, right? Because you're gonna think, oh, I have fears, people are gonna like rob me or whatever. You see like how like every time you clinch to something and you play small, your role ends up being small. And so this card is really telling you to be bold and to own your power and to be out there, right? And so the whole point of today's energy is to really use those abilities to demonstrate to others, right? This is also leading. This is part of the leading. We've been having like leader energy and influencer energy for a while now. So this is to use those to also, because part of your power is not only to help others, part of your power also to inspire and influence others, to show them that they can use their amazing power of magic, right, available to move mountains. It's really a force that can change the world, right? At least the world around you. right? If we're going to talk absolute, the full world. Now, how you access that magic, because this is like really reminiscent of the magician card. How do you use that magic? There's like a proper mix to use that, right? These are the ingredients recipe for owning your power. So it starts with faith, right? So that means you gotta have faith in your abilities and in your skills and in your ability to do good and all these things. Then you're gonna set your intention. So it's faith, then intention. Your intention is, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, right? And then focus. Because if you just throw the intention out there and there's no focus to apply that into action, it just ends up being wishful thinking. And so it's faith, intention, focus. Again, 1, 2, 3. Right? And let's say you like to feed people. Let's say you're an amazing cook. So faith is believing in your cooking skills. Intention is like, I'm going to feed, let's say, my family on a daily basis, whatever, or like I want to do once a month, like like a soup kitchen to feed people for free or whatever it is, right? And then focus is actually like going out there and applying and doing that. This could be one example. If you're a lawyer, it could be pro bono work. If you're a teacher, it could be free. If you're a tarot reader, it could be like these, like free readings. It could be, however it is to be of service of others. And that's when you own your power. That is when you spread your magic. That is when the raven manifests in your life. Okay? So this is really a call for you to stop doubting, stop worrying, stop making excuses, and use that own capacity. Because at the end of the day, as much as the little things in your day make you very happy, that you're connected and that you're lucky and things are going well for you, these are nothing in like the big scale of your power of how much change you can do in the world, right? So your skills go beyond the little things that we discussed. And so use all these gifts to, make a better world. I very much love this reading. Like really, it turned out to be so beautiful and so pretty. Now, before I can continue, let's see the random daily quote that you received for today and see how it fits with today's reading. Let's see. Exciting. It's from Charles DeLint. Oh wow, it has the word magic in it as well. Beautiful. That's a synchronicity. See right there? Like random card, both hold the word magic in it. So that's that's an example of these little subtleties that I was like reminding you of in the affirmation that says daily occurrences of prior insights, right? Like I had a prior insight that you might have something related to magic, are subtle testimonies to the gifts you have. So this is like, for me, like I have the gift of insight, right? But let's say if this is where like my role stops in the world, it would be too bad, right? Too sad. Like as much as it helps me and makes me smile and makes me happy, between me and myself, I'll be like, yes, I knew it. I know I'm gonna get magic. Oh yes, I got magic. I have the gift of insight. And imagine like I just do that between me and myself, right? Because usually that's what I used to do. Like I used to do tarot for myself every day ever since I was a teenager. So every day I would do the same of this, right? Whatever you're seeing, this ritual I was doing for myself minus the camera. And so it took me really like all this time, right? A long time for me to be here. Like my birthday is in less than a week. And I'm going to become 39 years old, right? 39. It took me 39 years old and of doing this every single day before I decided to own my power, right? And share that with the world. You know how that happened? Like one day when I started this channel, I was like, I'm already doing this. I've been doing this for years for me. So why do I always like connect it in my mind that I should do this? I used to complicate how I go about this. And then one day I just thought, I'm already doing it. There's nothing going to change. All I need to do is just put a camera and share it with the world. Everything else will figure itself out later. And so that's when I own my power. All right. Sorry, I got carried away with personal stuff. Now let's go back to Charles Delane. So the quote says, "That's the thing with magic. You've got to know it's still here, all around us." Right? This is omnipresence, all around us. Another testimony. Come on, damn, you're good. All right. Or it just stays invisible for you. So that's the thing with magic. You've got to know it's still here, all around us, or it just stays invisible for you. See what I'm talking about? Like, it's already there. It is omnipresent in your life, your skill, your talent. And you just got to be aware of it and know that it's there, right? And put it out there. Otherwise, it just stays invisible all your life. So use your magic, Sagis. Faith, intention, focus. Be grateful for daily occurrences of prior insights that are subtle testimonies to the gifts that you have. Today, thanks to the omnipresence of magic in your life and to these subtle occurrences, right? And to these confirmations that you have that skill, you will be doing things methodically instead of being overwhelmed. And you will accomplish that. And then that's when you know the magic is there. You're sharing your magic, you're owning your power. And it's just a glorious, glorious feeling. I love you, my dear Sagis. Thank you for liking this video. It shows me that you appreciated it. Thank you for your comments. I love reading them. I bond with you through them. I connect with you through them. There could be like appreciation comments that show me that I'm doing a good job. What else? They could be like comments about your personal experiences, which I love because it's enriching to know what you're going through. Also, thank you for your subscription. This is for now the only way to support me, and it's an emotional support. So thank you for that. Please, if you didn't subscribe yet, click that subscribe button. It'll do wonders for me because every day, even when I'm getting one subscriber, I'm feeling like amazing, like really. And once I started owning my power, that it's actually, being spread out there in the world. So that's one thing. Also, thank you for sharing my videos through social media, your social media channels, your pages, word of mouth, all of that. I am really, really grateful. Stay blessed, aligned, and connected. Powerful and full of magic. I love you, my Sagis.